Yeah, back on the Suffolk Crunch, sponsored by Bad Shirt Club. A little bit different tonight, not a football stream. We are going to look at England versus India. Test series kicks off tomorrow at Leeds, Headingley, 11 a.m. I'm going to be there. Be leaving about 5 in the morning. Looking forward to getting up to Headingley. It's going to be lovely weather. The weather has been absolutely cracking the flags, hasn't it? Probably a bit too warm, but yeah, great series in prospect. Playing for the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy, which has been renamed, which is a tribute to both of them. But if you're in the chat, get involved. Drop your predictions. What do you think is going to happen in this test, in this series, as England obviously build up towards the Ashes? It's 10 test matches. It's time now for Stokes and McCullum. It's probably going to define their legacy. So we obviously hope it goes well. But if you're watching, hit the like button. We will go for 50 likes so we can raise the bat. But also head over to Bad Shirt Club online. Get your hats, bucket hats. Which in this weather you're going to need, because it's going to be absolutely scorching for the weekend. Your bucket hats, your jackets, your shirts. Use the code TSC30 at the checkout, and you will get 30% off. But yeah, if you're in the live chat, get involved. If not, if you're watching back, leave your questions or your thoughts in the comments. What do you think's going to happen this series? Who's going to win? Who's going to be the key players? Who's going to be the leading run scorer? Who's going to be the leading wicket taker? But yeah, England obviously named their 11 yesterday. No real surprises. Crawley, Duckett, Pope in at 3. I know there's a lot of chat about Jacob Bethel, but I don't think he was ever probably getting picked. We'll have a little chat about that in a bit. Root at 4. Harry Brook on his home turf at 5. Captain Ben Stokes at 6. Jamie Smith with the gloves. The Wizard Wokes in at 8. Bryden Cast playing his first home test at 9. Josh Tongue at 10. And Shoaib Bashir doing the spinning down at number 11. And I think he's probably going to be targeted by the Indians. I think they're probably going to go after him. But India, obviously, under new captaincy. Shubman Gill now takes the reins from Rohit Sharma, who is retired. So no Sharma this test. No Virat Kohli. He's gone as well. He's retired. Good evening, Jonathan Stringer. How you doing, mate? Hopefully you're well. And obviously Ravi Ashwin, he retired a little while back. So they're without 3 key players, but they've not won a test series in England since 2007. I think that was the series when Bar Games, good evening, how you doing? That was a series with the Jelly Babies on the wicket when I think Zaire Khan, was batting, and it sort of backfired on England, didn't it? So, yep. It's going to be a great series, obviously one of the iconic series. It's a 5-test series starting at Leeds, then we go to Edgbaston, Lords, Old Trafford, finishing in early August at the Oval, and then obviously we're into 100 season, so they're cramming these tests in pretty close together. But yeah, getting back to the England lineup, yeah, I agree with you there, Jonathan. It's going to be probably about 30 degrees tomorrow. Win the toss, bat, pile on the runs, and keep the Indians in the field and make Bumrah come back for a second, third, fourth spell. He's rumoured he's only going to play 3 test matches because he's obviously coming back from injury. But the longer England can keep him in the field, I think it's probably going to benefit England. It'd be interesting if they say he's only playing 3 and it was 2-2 heading into the Oval. I think he'd probably play in that last test, but he's one of the best bowlers in the world. He's obviously had a great series in Oz, took over 30 wickets, and he's obviously their main threat. But yeah, getting back to England, yeah, look, Ben Stokes, I think he addressed it in his press conference today about Pope. I did say when we'd done the stream talking when the squad was announced and Bethel was in. I don't think Bethel was really ever in the mix to play in this test match. I know he's been selected. He obviously played them 3 tests in New Zealand, scoring half centuries in all of them. but I think he really should. And I know he's obviously contracted when he's to RCB in the IPL. I think he should have made himself available for selection for that first test. If he could have played that test, if he'd have got 100, it's a weird one when you look at his career. He's not scored a first class 100, and everyone's talking about he's going to be the main man going forward over the next few years. Look, highly talented, but I think if you look at Pope's record under Stokes and McCullum, I think he averages 43 at number 3. It is a little bit feast or famine with Ollie Pope. You obviously remember the last series out in India when he scored that 196, and then I think in the 6 innings after it, he didn't score very many. I think with him, he's probably your first 20 balls. If you can, if he can survive that, I think he'll do okay. But he's always vulnerable early doors. India will look to probably attack him early, and it's a massive series for him because I think it's probably delaying the inevitable, because I think Bethel comes in somewhere along the line. Will Ollie Pope be in situ when England get to Perth in November? Jonathan Stringer, it'd be harsh to drop Pope after 170 odd. I don't really think Jonathan that had a lot of bearing on. Look, we were playing against Zimbabwe. No disrespects to them, not the greatest bowling attack, but you can only score runs with what you're up against, and he batted well that day. I was there at Trent Bridge, and yeah, he put a big score on the board, so we're hoping he has a good series. If he has a good series and Bethel's still sitting on the sidelines, I think it means England have done pretty well. Obviously there's a bit of talk about Zach Crawley at the top, but I don't see him breaking that opening partnership with Duckett. I think they like that. He's another one, and he goes for a trough where he doesn't score many runs, and then he'll bang a 70 or 80. But I think England, batting wise for this series, I think look very strong. Obviously Root's in there, 13,000 test runs. Brook, Stokes, I think they were saying, he's only had one testing in since I think November, because obviously he's been injured, but he's the key man. He's back bowling now, so hopefully he can stay fit. But I think he needs to. I think his last century was against the Aussies in that Test match at Lords when Johnny was run out, wandering out of his crease. But I think if we can get Stokes back firing with the bat, look, it's England are looking strong. But we come to the bowling, and I think look, we've got some injuries, haven't we? Gus Atkinson, I think they said he was training at Headingley, so I don't know if he'll be available for the second test. Obviously, Jofra Archer, I think, is going to be playing this weekend for Sussex in the county. So I was talking to my mate Charlie the other day, just texting him. I think sooner or later with Archer, and he's probably frustrated himself. I think he just needs to be let off the leash to play. We can't keep wrapping him in cotton wool. Wouldn't it be great if we go down under and you've got a fit Jofra Archer and a fit Mark Wood? But it's if buts and maybes, I think, with them too. But obviously Cass had a good winter, so we'll see how he goes. He'll be taking a new ball. I don't think he's got a great new ball record for Durham, but obviously Wokes is going to be leading the attack. Great record at home, Chris Wokes, player of the series in the Ashes when he only played 3 tests. Last time the Aussies were here, look, we're talking about Australia already, and we've still got 5 tests against India, but it's always in the rear view mirror in it. Australia, I think, English cricket, I think as fans we judge everything on the Ashes series, and look, I'm really excited for the winter. I think there's holes in that Australian lineup that we can sort of look to target, but we've got to get the job done against India first, and obviously under new captaincy they're going to be fired up, you know, and looking to sort of make a mark. They've got some talented players, haven't they? Like we said, Gill, Jaiswal up the top of the order, Rishabh Pant. I was reading in the Mail yesterday about the car accident. I mean, blimey, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. He's lucky to be alive. He's lucky he's still got his legs. But I remember last time when I went Edgbaston, I think he's banged 140 odd in about 110 balls. Brilliant player. I think he's going to bat at 5. Karin Nair, I think he's back in the lineup. He's only played 3 tests. I think he's 33. Scored 300 against England. Been playing at Northants, but he's back in the fold now. But look, obviously it's Bumrah. Is the main man who obviously he'll be targeting Joe Root. I think he's got quite a good record against Root. But get your predictions in, series predictions. I'm going to go England to win. I'll go 3-1. Might be a little bit of weather around, maybe. Probably in Manchester. Ian Davis. He always rains up north. He's going to be telling me it's been cracking the flags in the comments. But I'll go 3-1 England. Leading run scorer, I'm going to go... Ooh, who should we go for? I'm going to go Jaiswal. I think he'll have a big series for India. Leading run scorer for England, I'm going to go Harry Brook. Leading wicket taker, I'm going to go Chris Wokes for England. Bumrah, obviously, for India. But I think, look, it's going to be a great series. I'm really interested to see how India do, because obviously 2007, the last time they were here, when they won. I think it was in 11 when we went #1 in the world. I went to a couple of days that series when England went to #1 in the world under Flower and Strauss. I think we won that series. Was it 4-0? And then I think it was 3-1, and it was 4-1. And last time, obviously, India were winning, and then it was COVID, and then we played that remaining test at Edgbaston when I went on. I think it was day 4 when Root and Johnny smashed them all over the place that morning. We chased about, I think it's about 370, and we won by 6 or 7 wickets, both scoring unbeaten centuries. I think they were unbeaten, but yeah, that was a great day. That was, but yeah, always a big series, England, India, and like I say, it's probably these 10 Test matches. It's going to be how McCullum and Stokes are judged through their tenure. Look, we've obviously improved massively. We've lost 4 out of the last 8. We've got to sort of, I think, we're always... They're very exciting to watch England, but you're never quite sure what's going to happen and what England are going to turn up. You know, we might be brilliant one day and then get cleaned up for 150. I think we've just got to be a little bit more smarter how we play, especially with the bat. Like I said earlier in the stream, get Bumrah coming back for his 3rd and 4th spell and keep him in the field. Because I think if England are bowled out within 70 overs, look, they're probably going to score 4.5 and over, and they'll probably score 300. But you need to tire Bumrah out because he's going to be their main man. But yeah, anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. Thought we'd do a quick cricket stream. We will do a review after every test match. So where are we today? Starts on Friday. It's going to be, well, will it go 5 days? I don't know. Look, the weather's not going to intervene, so I think there'll be a result. But it's a win the toss and bat, I would have thought, tomorrow morning at Headingley. Looking forward to getting up to Leeds. Western Terrace for me tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Plenty of sunscreen. Take me out. Sunglasses. Plenty of liquid. But yeah, cheers for watching, everybody. Like I said, 50 likes. Hit subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We're looking to get 10,000. So there must be quite a few people out there who watch these streams, watch the football ones, and watch the cricket ones who haven't already subscribed. But just click that button. It's totally free, and we will see you on the next stream. Enjoy the weather, stay hydrated, and come on, England.